Are we up? Yeah, boy. Sorry. Setting back up, man. It's been a disaster. I just got done moving. I'll trim this later. Let me fix the cam. I was just saying, just got moved into the new place, totally exhausted. I'm going to set my garage up to be my office where I am going to be streaming. I'm going to be doing my 3D print builds. I'm going to be working on either a car, or I'm actually planning on trying to build an electric street bike. I want to buy an old street bike frame and get some electric motor on it and try to see what's going on. Now, to the meat and potatoes, APE, AMC, all that stuff. Guys, the last video I made about APE, we talked about this. We said APE's at bottom at 145. I said, if you're going to buy, but I think what's happening is people are just buying synthetics, which is diluting the stock price down to nothing. Either that or everybody's lying and they're not buying like they say they are. But we hit 145. We went to 145 because of these specific reasons, which I just tweeted out. Here's APE. Here's the chart. We all know what happened on August 22nd. We ran to 1050, 13 halts. We ended up with 43 million FTDs out to the 24th. This is what I wrote today because everybody's wondering what's going on. We know what's going on. This is what they did to APE on August 22nd. Failed to deliver dividends for 8 days to lend out to shorts. They didn't give everybody their dividend so they could lend it out to short sellers because the brokerages own those shares so they could increase the short interest on APE up to 36% to try to knock it down. They failed to deliver 43 million APE being bought open market between the 22nd and the 24th. That means everything people were trying to buy, they failed to deliver. While the FTDs were generated, they used the dividend APE failed issuance to short the stock. They took the dividends they didn't deliver to you in time and loaned them to short the stock for at least 7 days. While the FTDs were on the threshold list, market makers used said FTDs to lend to their ATS to short up to 36% SI. Once SI was maxed with allowable dividend shares, they used buy limit order spoofing to clear FTDs off reg show threshold list, resetting the clock. Buy limit order spoofing. Basically what they do, they place a buy limit order and then they tell the NYSE that they have the shares, right? If you place a buy limit order, they go, yeah, I've placed a buy order. I've got the shares here. Take it off the threshold list. That's what they did. UBS just got fined by FINRA for doing that. So that's what they did. That's how they got the FTDs off the threshold list. So, 6, stock price dropped to $1.48, where market makers then covered those 43 million FTDs, which is why the stock ran back up to 280. Instead of covering the FTDs at 840, which they were generated at, they shorted it to 36% with the dividends that they failed to give people who were owed. Then they failed to deliver on APE that was sold into the open market up to 43 million. So instead of covering $330 million around 880 a share, they covered maybe 100 million at $1.40 a share. And if you look at the volume from $1.45 or whatever it was to 280 from here to here, it's literally like 43, 50, 60 million. So they covered those FTDs and now they covered it. So they probably increased short position once again to knock us back down to $1.48. So this is absolutely disgusting. It's fraud. There's more that just came out. I tweeted about it today. Friend sent it to me in the DM. Finger Motion, FNGR, board of directors have retained lawyers to review and challenge the suspected illegal naked short selling of their common stock in terms of institutions issuing phantom shares and then lending them to short sellers. Does that sound familiar? It's absolutely insane. This was an actual article that I posted. Let me go to it. That's actually, so in this tweet is one of the videos that got viewed the most I've ever made. It's this video here in the tweet. This is the one that got like 18K views. It's where I explain what I just explained into more detail and how what they did to APE and AMC is exactly what they did to Finger Motion. The Finger Motion information came from an article pinned up, which I did tweet. Where is it? Come on, where is it now? Too many must tweets. Oh, I tweeted it on Adam Aaron's thread. That's why. Okay, so we'll go to tweets and replies. And apparently I lost 30 users on Facebook today, or Twitter today. Okay. This article, right? Sorry, I should have had it up. Come on. It's ridiculous. Right here? Oh, anyway, it's on my Twitter. It's an article that came off of Weeble talking about finger motion, hiring and retaining a lawyer to go after naked short sellers and institutions that are selling phantom shares out into the open market of their stock. It's exactly what they're doing to AMC, and I'm hoping that Adam Aron is actually doing something about it. But the problem is, if you hope if you give someone money and hope they return it, you're probably going to lose every time. That's not how money works. So we went over that. That's what happened to APE. Now, there's a question from Antcard. Has AA diluted yet? I'm not sure he has. I don't know. There's no data on it. It's insane that we don't know. I hope he announces it during the earnings call. If he does not tell us something during the Q3 earnings call, we're going to have a really big problem with the investor base, because I don't care what anybody says right now. People are losing faith in this big time. There is a big fallout that is happening. You can see it on Twitter. You can see people reacting. You can see them walking away from the play, which is really, really sad, because at one point in time, we owned the float. We were the strongest investment base on Wall Street, and Adam Aron had the potential to do anything and anything he wanted to raise cash. And we gave him multiple ideas, and he didn't do it because he didn't like the ideas we gave him. And then he came out with APE. He forced APE onto his investors, and now it's sitting at $1.60, and people are losing their mind. And that is why I'm telling people from this minute forward, except for my core position, anything I buy, like say tomorrow is probably a good day to buy APE, right? It's getting lower. I would look at it maybe more around $1.60, $1.50 range. But if I buy in and I see it run to 280 again, I'm going to sell and take a 40% profit. I'll keep my core position, but I am done with the whole random Twitter account screaming buy and hodl. We don't even know. Buy and hodl, this is what buy and hodl did, and I don't care what anybody says. Let's go to AMC. This is what buy and hodl did to AMC. Explain to me how that worked. Look at that chart and explain to me how buy and hodl worked. Because all we did was buy synthetics. We diluted ourselves into the ground. And then there was some short covering every now and then, like on March 31st, and probably some short covering on August 22nd. And I didn't sell like an idiot. And I was up over 100 freaking percent. Stupid. I am not losing money anymore on this play. So I will be flipping APE. I'm not going to touch AMC. Anything I have DRS, I'm leaving alone. But if I buy APE in my Fidelity account, say by next Wednesday, God forbid, APE's back to $1.50, I'm going to buy a big lot, and then I'm going to sit and wait for it to hit like $1.80, $2, $2.80 again, and I'm going to take freaking profit on it and keep flipping it and fixing my position and making this AMC thing work for me until Adam Aron does what we need him to do and what his fiduciary responsibility is to do, which is protect the shareholders. And nothing's happening right now. We're getting hosed. We're getting absolutely hosed. So I'm still in the play. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you're selling. You did this. You did that. Half the time it's fake accounts with 801 in the title. And they started their account in like freaking September or some shit, 2022. And they're in here telling you to buy and hodl and to not question CO Adam. Because if I was a hedge fund, I would want you to stay dumb and stupid and quiet. That's what I would want. I would want you to keep doing what you're doing. Anyways, moving forward, what I'm going to be doing from now on, like I said, the AMC and APE core position, I'm going to be flipping APE, anything I buy new, but I am getting into these other stocks while the market is taking an absolute dump, and this is what I'm going to do. PSLV, which is still part of the Hycroft Mine and AMC play. This is Sprott Physical Silver Trust. I'm going to dump 20% of my money into that in silver because I think after interest rate hikes stop and JP Morgan gets held accountable for the manipulation that they've been doing with silver, I am going to watch this run a good 100%. I'm investing in silver very heavily while it's still low. Tesla, I'm going 30% in. Because if Musk merges Twitter, Starlink, and Tesla together into a conglomerate, then Cathie Woods will be right. I really think if he does that, Tesla is going to run like crazy because Starlink is going to make more money than anybody can imagine. And what he's about to do with Twitter, making it the everything app, is going to be equally successful. NCMI, this is also another AMC play. They own 6 million shares of it. National Cinema Media, they are at like 40 cents a share right now. Where's it at here? 41 cents a share. They offer a 3-cent quarterly dividend. I'm going to dump like $30K into that. And I'm just going to collect quarterly dividends at 3 cents. And I'm going to make like $8,000 a freaking year just off of NCMI sitting there. And look, it used to trade at like $8. So if NCMI recovers, which I think all the movie theater industry stuff is going to recover by Q2, Q3 next year, because Q4 is going to be huge, Q1 is going to be huge. They're going to recover. This goes back up $3, $4. I make over 200%. Oh, there goes my light. There we go. Motion sensor. 200-300%, but the entire time I'm earning a 3-cent dividend per share quarterly, and they could pump that back up to 5 cents a share. So I'm getting paid no matter what. And then at the end, my APE, my AMC, and Hycroft I'll maintain, except for what I buy new of APE, which is probably just synthetic shares anyways. I'm going to flip it on the open market and make money. Because if I'm taking money away from the market, that means the market makers don't have it anymore. I'm draining their liquidity. And I know there's a bunch of apes, oh no, buy and hodl, don't question CEO Adam. Guys out there who are bag holding like crazy. It's time to evolve, man. It's time for apes evolved. This whole grifter shit with all these YouTubers and all these clout chasers on Twitter talking about, oh, you're telling to sell ape. You're telling people to sell ape. Right there, when they do that, they're lying. I'm not telling you to sell all your ape. I'm telling you to hold your core position in case there is a squeeze. You're going to make out like a bandit. But in the meantime, look at what you could have been playing. Look at AMC, man. 72, 56, 42, 31, 27. Sell high, buy low. Sell high, buy low. You could have already had a MOAS, but instead we had all these grifters telling us that all you can do is buy and hodl. Absolute garbage. Anyways, first stream in the new place. The house is a mess. I wish I had, I'll do a little walkthrough with my cell phone later and post it just so you guys see where I'm at. Super freaking nice inside. The garage is going to get cleaned out. I'm going to paint it up. I'm going to hang TVs up. I'm going to get this place looking freaking awesome in here so I have a nice studio. And I'll keep streaming until Ape squeezes, man, until AMC squeezes. I'll just keep on it, keep the information going. We are going to host a space call. Terrible 808 hosting an awesome space call on November 8th. I'll be live streaming the earnings call like we always do so we can go back and review later. And we'll see where we sit. But I highly, highly recommend to Adam Aaron that you throw your investors a bone, man. It's almost like he doesn't want us in the play anymore, in my opinion. Like he's tweeting these little things about Jaws and sharks and this and that and codes. I get it, man. But you said, first they were like, oh, it's a 40-day silent period, which wasn't true. Then Adam Aaron said, oh, it's 60 days. 60 days is up and we still don't have shit. Sorry, I got a lot of money in the play. I'm not going to sit here and hope and wish on chicken bones and tarot cards. I want to know what's going on. And as a responsible investor and one who cares about all the other investors, I want Adam Aaron to take action, which he can legally do. And we see it right here. We can see it with GTII apparently is doing the same thing. But Finger Motion is literally retaining legal counsel to go after naked short sellers for naked shorting their stock. They're selling phantom shares and using them to naked short the stock. There's nothing left to argue about. So anyways, sorry about earlier. Got the off set up. Sorry about the volume. This stream out. That's my opinions. I'm going to try to pick up and make some more videos coming up that are a little more clear and concise in the future as I set up the new office. So thanks for coming, guys. Please like and subscribe. And we'll see where we go. But Q3 incoming. Good news is Q4 is going to be amazing. We're going to break a record in Q4 for revenue. Black Panther's already sold out. Avatar 2 is going to be amazing. And we got Babylon. Plus Black Adam has broke 120 million in the global box office. Still going strong into Q4. I think we're going to do really good. So hopefully we hear news on the credit card, popcorn, APE, Phantom shares, AMC naked short selling, something that brings everybody back to this community to keep the play strong. So you guys take care. Have a good night. Froggy Stonks out. Andrew Shoemaker. People are leaving the play. I get DMs. I get 30 DMs a day. People going, I'm done. I can't stand this anymore.